What's going on, guys? MariK here, back with another Dragon Ball Super video. We're back with day 2 of Bandai's little mini reveals for the set 9 for the Dragon Ball Super card game. And today we've got Cooler. He is finally back for his revenge. He's patiently waited since set 2, along with Cell, conveniently. And we are really hyped to have new Cooler support. I've always preferred him over Frieza. I cannot wait to go ahead and check this shit out. So first up, we have the leader himself, and honestly, the card just looks fantastic. His auto says, when this card attacks a leader card, draw one card. When the power of one of your opponent's battle cards is decreased, your opponent places the top card of their deck in the drop area. So going along with the mill strategy that the Frieza leader has, or the Frieza support rather. His other auto says, once per turn, if it's your opponent's turn, when the power of one of your opponent's battle cards is decreased by the skill of one of your battle cards, draw one card. So, I hate that it specifies battle cards. It means that we can't use cards like After Image and things like that to go ahead and trigger his abilities, but it does mean that obviously the support is going to be all about decreasing your opponent's battle cards. So, it's kind of like Cooler and Frieza are trying to become the new Baby, which I'm perfectly fine with because I liked the way the Baby support played. But obviously I prefer Cooler much more than I did Baby. His Awaken says when your life is 4 or less, you may draw one card, choose one of your energy, switch it active, and flip this card. On the Awaken side, we have Cooler Revenge Transformed. Easily one of my favorite villains. I absolutely loved Cooler's final form in Cooler's Revenge. His auto says, when this card attacks, draw one card so he no longer has to attack a leader. When the power of one of your opponent's battle cards is decreased, your opponent places the top card of their deck in their drop area. And then his final auto, once per turn, when the power of one of your opponent's battle cards is decreased by the skill of one of your battle cards, draw one card. Now, what's cool about that is it doesn't specify it being your opponent's turn. So, ideally, he's the same card on both sides, but when he's awakened, he doesn't have to your opponent's turn for that final auto to trigger. So he's all about draw power and making your opponent mill. Now, how much they're going to be milling is going to be dependent on the support. And you could honestly just run. You could do a combination of Cooler and Frieza and even throw in some of the old Baby support if you wanted to, just to kind of keep the milling going. I don't know how well that's going to work. I don't know. I mean, it's a lot of support to cram into one deck, so we're going to have to wait and see what the support looks like for the set. But hopefully we got some good Cooler support so that we don't have to rely on the OG Baby support. Then we've got Cooler, Tyrannical Assault. He's a 5 cost 20,000, 1 red, 1 blue. He's got double strike. He's got a rival for 1 red energy. And when you play this card, your opponent places the top card of their deck in the drop area. Then choose 2 of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and they get minus 10,000 power for the duration of the turn. So, so he comes out really early. He comes out really fast and can go ahead and start triggering those mills from the autos. You're going to generate a lot of card advantage with this deck, with this leader. I can already see it, and I am perfectly okay with it. If this Cooler gets an SPR in this set, it is going to be fucking gorgeous. The fact that he comes out for 1 energy, too, you can just arrival him. You really don't even have to play anything on your turn. You can just charge, attack with your leader, pass, then on your opponent's turn, arrival him out, trigger all your autos, he's going to come out, and then next turn you've got a 20,000 beat save with double strike. Like, this deck is going to hit hard and hit fast. Then we've got Combo Attack Cooler. He's a 3 cost, 15,000, but he's just blue. His Activate Battle says, for 1 blue energy, choose 1 red or blue Frieza Clan card in your battle area other than Combo Attack Cooler and return it to its owner's hand. Play this card from your hand. Ooh, so you can use him to bounce back the Tyrannical Assault. He comes out, then you've got Tyrannical Assault back in your hand to be able to drop him again with a rival. His auto says, once per turn, when this card attacks or is attacked, choose up to 1 red-blue multicolored card in your drop area and combo with it. Ooh, so free combos. That's not bad at all either. So he's gonna have some pretty good power, and being able to constantly bounce your cards, have them come back out to lower your opponent's battle power. This deck's gonna be crazy, and it's gonna be fun. Like, I thought I was excited for Cell, but I'm excited for Cooler too. And this whole set, I hope, is gonna be just one giant hype train. Then we've got King Cold Astral Tyrant. He's a 6 cost, 25,000, 2 specified blue with dual attack. When you play this card, your opponent places 5 cards from the top of their deck in their drop area. Jeez. So he comes out and just says, hey, those next 5 cards, fuck them. Now, he's a 6 cost, which is insanely crazy, so there has to be a better way to play him other than to hard cast him. I'm really hoping so anyways, because I really wanted some more cool, King Cold support. I'm actually disappointed we didn't get a King Cold leader, but at least we got Cooler. But it would have been... I would have preferred it if we could have got King Cold and Cooler instead of having to give in to the Frieza. But, of course, it's Bandai, and they're going to do that regardless. Just like we're going to get like 3 or 4 Gokus in this set, too. But nonetheless, a really cool card. I like his ability, but there has to be a cheaper way to get him out of 6 energy. Then we've got Chaos Beam Volley. It's a 2-cost blue extra card with Frost on the card art, I believe. It's a counterplay that says if your leader card is a Frieza Clan card, if the battle card being played has an energy cost of 3 or less, is returned to its owner's hand instead of being played, then your opponent places 2 cards from the top of their deck in the drop area. Ooh, that's awesome. And what's even better about that is no life requirement. It's not like the counterplays we got in the previous set that say, oh, well, if your life is 4 or less. No, this one you're just like, oh, yeah, go fuck yourself. 2 energy kind of sucks, but it's... Once you get, 1 or 2 of those coolers out, you're not really going to care too much about, playing so much energy. Like, the cooler deck seems all about being centered around playing cards on your opponent's turn. So, on your turn, you're just kind of using what you've got and waiting for your opponent to make the next play. Which, I like that kind of strategy. It's kind of like... It's like what the Frieza Prison deck could be if it was actually interactive. Then we've got King Cold, Imminent Invasion. He's a 2-cost, 10,000 with 2 red specified. Blocker. If your leader card is a red Frieza Clan card and you choose 1 card in your life and add it to your hand, at the end of your turn, look at the bottom card of your deck. If it's a red or blue Frieza Clan card with an energy cost of 3 or less other than King Cold, Imminent Invasion, play it. Ooh, so... Got a nice little King Cold blocker. I love the art on this card. And he gets to bring out a 3 cost or less from the bottom of your deck. So, there's going to be some really cool plays made with that. Especially with cards like Time Patrol Trunks. You can just put shit on the bottom of your deck and you're like, oh, I'm going to play Cooler. And I'm going to look at the bottom of my deck. Oh my god, look what it is. So, just another way to cheat out the ability. I'm sure there's Frieza cards that are like, hey, put this card on the bottom of your deck. But if you want to have a little more control over that, a little more manipulation over your combos, Time Patrol Trunks is definitely your man. And I'm glad that card is still going to be kind of relevant, or could be kind of relevant anyways, because I like the card. Alright, so that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for today's video. Honestly, I think Red is off to a really powerful start, and I think Red has slowly been making the power creep ever since the beginning of the game. Red started out with being one of the worst colors, not having a lot of support to it at all, and then as each set released, Red was getting more and more powerful, and I think that trend has just kind of continued ever since then. So a lot of Red players are going to enjoy these decks. I personally am going to like them as well. I'll build both Frieza and Cooler. I've already got ideas for both of them, but Cooler is just much more interesting to me, especially because I prefer the character. Frieza is overplayed, overrated, and I think Cooler was just an awesome, fantastic character, especially when he revealed that final form in Revenge of Cooler, or Cooler's Revenge. That was just a really cool moment that I enjoyed in the Dragon Ball universe. But let me know what you guys think about this new support. Do you think Cooler is going to be a better leader than Frieza? Of course, people are going to play Frieza because it's Frieza anyways. What do you really get out of the difference between Frieza and Cooler? They're both Frieza Clan, so any cards that require a Frieza Clan leader will work. But Frieza being Frieza's army, you get, what, 1 Cold Bloodlust? other than that, there's not really a whole lot of support that has to be for Frieza specifically. But, I mean, it's not me trying to convince you one way or the other. I just don't see a whole lot of difference as far as their character traits go. It'll be all about the way the leaders and the support for the leaders play. But personally, I'm going to be looking forward to Cooler more than I am Frieza. We've still got Cell, we've still got Majin Buu, we've still got other leaders as well coming out. So this set is going to be wild crazy, and I can't wait to see the rest of the red support coming out later in the week. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of the support. Do you think Cooler or Frieza is going to be the way to go? And do you think that these will be the new Baby? Or do you think Baby will still stay around and half the meta is just going to be red shit, just reducing the power of all your cards? Rest in peace, Zamasu. I had such hope for him until all this ignoring barrier shit too. So, but with that, we're going to go ahead and get the freak out of here, and we'll see you guys in the next video.